Hey folks, welcome to Puzzle Spoilers. Today we're taking a look at Tube Maze. This is a very special puzzle. This was the first 3D printed puzzle ever. It was produced in 2003 by George Miller. The puzzle was designed by Oskar van Deventer. 3D printing at the time was not as widespread as it is now. This was before Shapeways, before a lot of these online 3D printing services were available. The puzzle was produced in ABS plastic on a machine called Dimension. This is one in a series of 100 that were originally made back in 2003. This is a fun route finding puzzle. The goal of the puzzle is to remove this red donut shaped piece entirely off of the white tubed structure. Let me show you how to solve it. So this is the starting position. The donut is at the top of the puzzle just below the flag, and it cannot come off. It might seem like you could just simply pull it off because there's a gap there and it looks like the flag would fit right in that gap, but we can't actually pull it off. If we look at the flag a little more closely, it's off center, and the donut also has this little notch here. So the donut has to be oriented actually in the flipped position that it is in now. So it needs to flip 180 degrees so that we can pull it off and it will clear the flag at that point. I'm going to keep the puzzle oriented with the flag facing us throughout the whole solve. If your donut isn't sitting here at the top when you get the puzzle and it's somewhere else, move the donut along the pipes and bring it up here to the flag to see if you are in the solved position or the unsolved position. So from the starting position here, we need to move the donut like this so that we can clear this little bump here on the flag, and then it drops down to the center. Whenever the donut meets an intersection of two tubes, it can move along these notched grooves which align with the notch on the donut itself. So once the donut's in this center position, we're going to make a certain path here, and when we make this path, the donut will effectively flip 180 degrees, and then we'll be able to remove it from the flag. If you follow my finger here, it starts at the center, comes to the front here, along the lower left side tube to that point, and then along the bottom towards the front, up here, up to there, and then back down to the center. So really we're kind of ignoring most of the upper tubes here. We're just focusing on moving the donut right along this path, and that is all we need to do to flip that donut. So watch closely as I move the donut through that path. There we go. The puzzle is now solved. Take a closer look at the donut here. The donut has this really interesting, very high gloss finish. All right, let's reassemble and get the donut back to its starting position. So we can only put the donut on in one orientation, so you can't really get this wrong, but the notch should be facing away from you. It slides onto the flag just like that. And then once we're back into that center position here, we want to make that same movement so that the donut flips again. So watch closely here. All right, our notch is now flipped. It's facing towards us, and we can't take the donut off of the flag anymore, and we're back to our starting position. Here's a close-up of this move on the lower left. You move past that intersection, and then you have to make a rotation so that you can go towards the center. So that's my solution. There might be other paths that achieve the same result. I think this could be an interesting Hanayama puzzle. I'm not sure if it's possible to create this in a cast version, but I think a smaller version of this using this sort of mechanism could be really interesting. I'll put a link below to where you might be able to find this original 2003 version at auction. Oskar does sell this puzzle at a reasonable price on his Shapeways site, so check that out. If you found this video interesting, please consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. That's it for today, folks. I'll see you on the next video.